Hello, everyone. How are you? As I am still suffering from long COVID syndrome, I'm going to be drinking coffee as we speak, but it's not decadent. It's just plain ass coffee with creamer. So, here's the thing. I'm coming for Irma Brooks. Her and her little wrists support Lardo in everything she does, okay? Now, that means her buying Etsy crap and everything else and supporting everything. I mean, Irma chews the freaking corn out of Lardo's turds, I'm telling you. With her little wrists and all. Irma praises everything Lardo does. Irma is the second proverbial mom to her. Oh, there's a bald eagle. It's so pretty. Hi. Now, there was this thing. And it was the incentive to get the shot for $100. Okay, so Lardo did it. She said she's doing it for Burke. Okay, yeah, right. Whatever, right? So she couldn't have it that people were saying, oh, yeah, you should get the immunization or whatever, because she'd already been anti-vax to try to get viewers, right? So she said, I already had COVID in January of 20. Well, no, you didn't. I know when you had COVID. It was when you had the sore throat, and you went to urgent care, and you were sick as crap, and you wanted everybody to feel sorry for you, and you wanted to do a whole new GoFundMe. But you couldn't. Because you couldn't admit you had COVID because you're everywhere. You never have quarantined. And if indeed she was sick with COVID in last January, we all know damn well she didn't quarantine. She's out every freaking day. She doesn't know how to cook, so she has to go and procure her food every day, not on those Dollar Tree jalapeno bricks of cheese for $1. I'm eating a cookie too. I'm totally Lardoing up this video. I like to make everybody feel comfortable. Oh, haters. I'm not on a cookie. Drinking coffee just for you. I might even burp. Anyway. Excuse me. It constantly sounds like I have a freaking dick in my throat now because of COVID. Everything I try and eat tastes like salty balls. I'm not kidding. I love red licorice. I'm a red licorice freak, especially the ropes. The cherry flavored Twizzlers ropes. Tastes like a frickin' salty noodle now. Not kidding. So, everything that Lardo does, she wants attention for. So she got her frickin' second COVID shot. Which anybody with underlying diseases, like she claims she has fibro, claims she has autoimmune diseases and all this shit, right? She had COVID and flew through it like the phoenix she is. Right? Got this second shot, doesn't seem to have any effects. Shows she doesn't have any autoimmune diseases or fibro. That's all her crap. Her fibro was the once a day pain that she had. Wearing an unsupported bra every day at 7, the boulders were dragging down. She'd take her frickin' happy pills and it'd be over, and a couple of Xannies and she was done. Wouldn't all of us with fibro love to have such a fleeting disease and have the happy pills to go with it? But no. So Irma sits there and, oh yes, I know about COVID. She said it picked off a couple of family members and her brother was in ICU on a vent or something. So you thin-wristed freak, Irma, why are you supporting Lardo and how much she spread COVID? Why are you supporting the fact that she is the super spreader? Why are you supporting that she's freaking the equivalent of Typhoid Mary, huh? We got COVID Lardo with the biggest nose on the planet, spreading it. Or fake masks, touching everything at Walmart. Yeah, what about that? Irma! How are you going to go tell your brother in ICU that you don't like to see him suffering when you know who's making a joke out of this and making so many of her followers that have no brains do what she does, so they are continuing to spread a virus and wear fake masks and buck the vaccine thing until you get $100. And then I'm saying she's a sellout, not because I don't believe in the vaccination, but because she sat there and got all these fans by being anti-vax. So Irma, what you gonna say now? You terrific freak. Irma. Anyway. I don't know. So, Burke called Granny. They don't call her Carol anymore. They call her Granny. For some reason, Burke tried to call Carol in the middle of the night. And Carol texted back, "If you ever call me in the middle of the night again, I will block you." Okay? Carol's setting firm boundaries. And maybe Carol has a caretaker who was like, "Oh, hell no, I'm not waking up that skeleton." Anyway, poor Berkie was just trying to call Granny in the middle of the night to tell her that he couldn't breathe. Okay. Why can't you breathe, Burke? And she has all these people now. "Oh, your mother was so terrible. Oh, poor you, Lardo. Oh, poor you. Yes, I had a bad mom too. Oh, Lardo, I can't believe this. Poor Berkie. Oh, yes." And you know that she's gonna be like, "Can I have money for that?" Like, no. Why don't you show everybody how your mother enabled the crap out of you, you freak, and how many things that she bought and how many videos and everything. You've got new followers that think you're a victim of a bad mom. No, you're a spoiled, entitled, senior brat, elder brat that is a toddler in the freaking body of a senior citizen. It is unheard of. And yes, if there was a traveling circus, you'd be in there just for that right now, not even for the mustache or the freaky animals you raise. Okay? You'd be in there because you're the world's oldest toddler. You walk like one. You toddling around with a big freaking load in your pants. Can't change your clothes, and you have the same pink flowered bedding every day that you give your pretend dogs for lovers body parts from the Dollar Tree. I don't know that those are chewy bones. I would not be trusting a freaking bone from the Dollar Tree, okay? I am just saying that that's some Jack the Ripper crap looking stuff. I am not going to go and give my dog a cadaver, okay? If I had a dog. Not saying I do. But I know enough not to give a Dollar Tree stuff, because that's the stuff that gets recalled all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, it was accidentally cadavers." I mean, no. So, Mummy, if you were in the other room and Berkie couldn't breathe, why weren't you helping baby Berkie? Why would they need to call Carol, who's in Boston, and you're in freaking Arizona? Why would you need to call Granny at 2 in the freaking morning and say, "I can't breathe"? Okay? Why don't you have somebody kick you while you're down and have the ER tell you that if you can talk, you can breathe? Which is not true, because, you know, I've been a lifelong asthmatic. I have had my blood gases skewed forever. Anybody who has a freaking brain knows that you can still talk and not be getting adequate oxygen. But that's what happened to me when I was down. And I don't have all these people, like, oh, poor you. You're a victim. I mean, I have a few of you that you're like, yeah, that's wrong for the medical community to do, that they're ignorant, and this is how people with COVID are dying. That have a brain, okay? But I'm talking about the brainless weirdos that are on Lardo's freaking tit going, poor you. Oh, your 89-year-old mother didn't want to get woken up by a grandson at 2:30 in the morning because generally it's some stupid crap that she's tired of enabling and not going to get in the middle of anything. And isn't Berkie the one that said, oh, Granny's done all this and Granny did this and they just want Granny to die so they can get all her money? Yeah. Carol or whoever's caretaker would say, yeah, you call me between freaking this hour and that. If you can't breathe, call freaking 911, not my ass in Boston, okay? But hey, Lardo's got a whole new following. And one of the things that flashed up yesterday was the Lori and Bella show. Remember when she used to try to stick her hand up Bella's ass and act like Bella was not a real dog and Bella was this little thing and got all these fans? And then Bella didn't do something that Lardo wanted her to do, and so Lardo wrote the death warrant for Bella and taunted us with when she was going to put Bella down, despite everything we offered for advice, which she despises, and homes and no questions asked homes and shelters that would have taken Bella and loved Bella. Yeah. So now she's doing the Lori and Friday show. And Pom Pom, but Pom Pom is not a real dog. I don't think that a groomer actually shaved those animals down. I think she did something for Friday, and because she had that, she's using like the pictures and shit. But I think that she did the actual shaving down of the dogs when she shaved her fur too, down to that horrible, where she looks so bad with her crew cuts. So bad. So bad. I hope she just goes to a freaking barber shop if she, I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, another drink of my decadent coffee. So, I just see this turning out very badly. I can't wait until this new group of followers that is hanging on her because they believe that she's an abused child that has a new puppy that she loves so much. I can't wait till they see the fraud that she is. I can't wait till every single one of us joins us over at the bakery. And I hope that the bakery is straightened up and accepts newcomers, and that the owl of the bakery doesn't accuse them of being a lardo just because they're trying to like try it and find like a place where they can relate and say, because that's how it happened for me one night. My friend introduced me to her, and after a while I started seeing things that didn't add up. And so I went to run a background check on her, and just even putting her name in brought up the bakery, and it took me a very short time to see exactly what I thought was going on. And I ended the friendship. The person that introduced me doesn't see her for what she is. She's one of her victims, and she's been a financial victim and otherwise. But this friend has had issues. She, has intellectual issues. And I'm very protective of that said friend and don't want her getting scammed. So that's where I kind of have my passion, and her Lardo's thing is always like, why would you watch? Because I see something going on. I see you taking advantage of people that are vulnerable, and I think it's wrong, and I stand up for what is wrong. That's my job. That's what I do. That is what I have dubbed my life's purpose, is that I never want people to feel as bad as I once did. If that is, for raising awareness for how bad Delta COVID is, if it is raising awareness that Lori Beth Langer is the biggest scamming a-hole on the planet, whatever it is, I will stand for the truth. That doesn't make me mentally ill. That doesn't make me a psychopath. That makes me a person who despises what is wrong. And it makes me a person that wants to protect others. That's a leader. That's what you call a leader. There are followers and there are leaders. And if I wanted to exploit my animals and my children in the way that she has, I would have more than enough of a following. And I'm sure that I could do my own Patreon and whatever and have a freaking second job, doing this. But right now, I am protecting them because my anonymity helps to be able to expose the truth for what it is. When I'm exposed, I may decide to introduce my family and my pets. But I will never exploit them in their personal endeavors as she has for views. And I would love to know the tea on what's really going on with Berkie and why he's not at college, what happened when he tried to be a camp counselor, and why he's not a fan of bathing. As for Lardo's elbows and dirty, filthy neck, she wears that black t-shirt all the freaking time, number one, which shows you that she's not the cleanest of all people. Okay? Now, hey, in my defense, I really like one of my nightgowns, and it is black, and I have 3 of them, because I just freaking love them. They're the same thing. Okay? So in her defense, she could have a few Walmart things of the same. But I watched for the fur pattern on it, and the fur pattern and the skin flakes are the same every day. So I do believe that it is the same shirt. Okay? Black dye does wear off, and it wears off in the neck, and it's not a pretty thing. As do elbows, they get dye from things, and she has a habit of wearing new things and then taking them back, so there could be a lot of dye that is in that. The elbows and the neck are areas of skin that seem to proliferate dead skin and do not get scrubbed off as often. If you remember back to the Sesame Street days, sorry, I gotta clear my throat from the dick in it again. Sorry. Sip my decadent coffee. Okay, so Bert and Ernie, were on, and they were showing how to scrub a dub. And the best thing ever was they would rub each other's neck and shoulders and stuff and say, "Don't forget to wash your neck and behind your ears." That's just great advice for everybody. And I don't think that Carol had Lardo have enough of an attention span to watch Sesame Street and watch Bert and Ernie tell him to make sure to wash your freaking neck. Because here's the thing, if you ever go to a sorry, the freaking dick in my throat, man. If you ever go to, and this is what I don't get, if you ever go to like a beauty counter, namely Clinique, they're gonna try and sell you this clarifying lotion. They used to come up with their lab coats, and they'd come with a cotton ball and be like, "Look at how you need this clarifying thing, and you need to do this routine. Take this cotton ball. You think your face is clean, right? Let's clean your face. Take this clarifying lotion on this cotton ball, and let's rub this over your face. And you see this filth. Well, don't even take it down to your neck, because you're gonna be like, oh my God, I am the dirtiest freaking person on the planet. I just rolled in dirt, apparently. Well, if you do that to your elbows, it's the same thing. Okay. Oh God, dick in my throat. So anyway, I swear that the clarifying lotion is just basically rubbing alcohol, because right now, Lardo, it is your time to freaking live, because there is alcohol wipes and everything everywhere for free. So take those alcohol wipes, take those cart wipes, and just start freaking exfoliating your neck folds and your elbows, and you will see all this filth that will just come off, and it is disgusting. And what I do when I'm driving is I will put lotion on my neck and my elbows. And when I lived in Vegas, one of my biggest pet peeves was seeing people's bad elbows at drive-thrus. I would see their elbows and not be able to freaking order then. And I wanted to run up and just slap some lotion or coconut oil on them. Because see, if you do that, you do the lotion and coconut oil or whatever, when you're just not thinking about it. And then, you wait till you're really dry, and then you start exfoliating with some of those alcohol pads, whatever that you have. then it's going to make all of that just slough off a lot better. Lori doesn't have any skin condition that's making her freaking elbows look filthy and her neck look filthy and her bedding not being able to be washed. And she's not a freaking minimalist. She wants to move all the time because she skips out on rent and gets kicked out. So she just has to be ready to pack fast. That's not a minimalist, okay? At all. She's a shopaholic that can't keep anything in order, breaks everything, and returns everything. That's not a minimalist. That is not somebody who is like, oh, on top of things, like, oh, yeah, you know, you're so wonderful. Like all these people are saying, they're like, oh, yes, Lori, you're immaculate. Look at you. No, even the little pile of crap you have is all over your counters. Excuse me, damn dick in my throat. Anyway, I just watch her videos and I watch this new audience falling for her act, and I'm like, to what end? To what end is this audience gonna go? You know, they're not listening to the truth. She's learned to use every insult and everything anybody can warn somebody about as her weapons to tell everybody like that she's being victimized. And this new group is falling for it. I don't know if she targets the freaking impaired mentally. I don't know, but this new group of followers is something else. So let's work on restoring the bakery so that it tells the truth. And the truth and the facts are out there so that people can easily see them. Jules stopped recording because no one was actually watching them. I'm guilty of that because BitChute would not work on my thing. I don't know why. I do have an Android and they do tend to be a pain in the arse. And I don't have a computer of my own. I do everything by my phone. And so that combo just was not working out with BitChute. And so I was not able to get the videos. And I apologize to Jules, you know, and I feel like Jules was the one who was really helping in minimizing Lardo's views. And that's the only way that we can ever get to her is by minimizing her views. And I guess by trying to get the truth out there, but right now she's got such a following and she knows it and she's just on cloud nine about it. So we just have to wait till this new group sees the light. But Irma Brooks has been through like so many freaking lights that they're flashing that, I mean, she knows and she has seen the truth. Her and freaking Skmace that has an obsession with LBL in the sense of her pubic hair, or llama hair, it's the same thing. Oh yeah, and she let a viewer say that Friday Doobie Wilson dog. Oh, that took a lot of oxygen. I don't have shit. Yeah, if she can do that, she has enough oxygen. Oh, that was Burke that said he. Well, you know what? Why couldn't Burke? Is Burke allergic to all that fur? That fur that was in the screen that was making the AC go. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry. She let a viewer say that Friday Doobie Wilson looked like a llama. And she said, that's why I call him Llama Dog. Like, shut up. Why do all the animals come in and start looking like you freak? I mean, there are things that they've shown that, like, dogs start to look like their owners. That is because they're mimicking each other's facial expression. So the same muscles and small muscles are used. And so you do start to see a pattern over years. But this weird phenomenon of whatever she gets, she puts into her freaking apartment of the vortex, and they start looking like her, which is not good. I mean, talk about freaks of nature. I mean, and that dog is not cute. She's got all these people are saying how wonderful and cute it is, and it is not. And I think it's because of the horrible care she's taken of it. And like I say, I think she did take Friday Doobie to the groomer, but I think that she went and clipped down Pom Pom herself because it's all matted and gross. And I think she did a second cut on Friday after the groomer did. And one of her new fans is apparently a groomer and was saying that the groomer shouldn't have taken down as much on Friday because he didn't have mats. Well, she can't be told what to do, and she can't be told this, and you know that she did it herself. So she went to defend it, and she said, oh no, Friday had mats. So Friday was already matted. She's only had him for how long? Okay, so yeah, I think it's just like poor Lucifer, the doll, that she tried to make look like her. I think she gets these animals in and she tries to make them look like her, and that is not a good thing. But the only reason she does it is because she's got this freaking group of fans or super trolls that tell her how wonderful she is, and so she thinks that she should clone herself. And it needs to stop. Like, if she didn't have all these people telling her how beautiful and wonderful she is, and she could be a ballerina if she wants to be, then maybe she would stop trying to clone herself with animals. I don't know. Anyway, I love that you guys love me, and I'm sorry that comments are limited. It's the YouTube. It doesn't like me. I get reported all the time because the trolleys, or LBL, whoever. So yeah, let's figure out what's going on with Burke, why he's trying to get rich like mommy on YouTube, but Instagram, and why doesn't he have any actual friends? Why is he back living with Lori? Did something happen at the camp? Did something happen at college? What's going on with Burke? Why couldn't he breathe? And who are these new weirdos? Thanks for all the love. I am thankful for you guys for listening to the truth in all ways, and let's get back to getting the truth out there and fixing that bakery. All right, I will talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.